Yeah, welcome to another video by Helinika.com. Some time ago I posted a video on do's and don'ts in Athens. And then I thought about it and I realized that I actually didn't mention some essential things that are relevant not only in Athens, the capital, but in Greece in general. And that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I will mention 4 things that you should avoid doing when visiting or living in Greece. And stay till the end because the last thing is actually life-saving. Before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel because you don't want to miss any future videos by Helinika. And yeah, let's see the first one. Avoid splitting the bill. So you're eating and drinking with some friends in a restaurant next to the sea somewhere in Greece, and it's time to pay the bill. Well, although most restaurants nowadays will give you the option whether you want to split the bill or not, it is actually considered a bad etiquette to do so. It is frowned upon. In Greece, a bill is assigned to a table and not to an individual. And it is the responsibility of everyone in this group to find a way to pay the bill. Doing the opposite is very time-consuming for the waiter and waitress. Not only that, but it is actually much easier to pay as a collective because of the way that most Greek people order food with their friends. When I moved abroad, I noticed that people order individually. They order the dish they want to eat and they never discuss what the other person is going to take. Well, in Greece, usually when you are with one person or with a group of people, you all try to agree what you will all get in the middle and share the food just like a family. Everyone gets a napkin plate and you can try whatever you choose. You should keep in mind that the Greek culture is more of a collective culture rather than an individualistic one like the United States, the United Kingdom or Australia. Even other European countries such as Germany is way more individualistic than Greece. That doesn't mean that in Greece you have less individual rights. This has more to do with how people are actually integrated in a group, how strong the bonds are in a group, whether this is a family or a group of friends, and how easy it is to take a decision as a group instead of as an individual. So when you live in Greece, or even if you visit for a few days as a tourist, you might find some situations where you have to make a decision with other people and not just by taking yourself into consideration. Choosing to pay just for your own things might be considered a bit selfish. Well, in Europe, tipping is always optional, and not like in the US where you actually have to calculate exactly the amount you have to give to the waiter or waitress. In some countries in Europe, it is actually unheard of, but this is not the case in Greece. Tipping is in fact optional, but it is expected to tip when the service is decent. If you don't tip, that means that the service was actually terrible and you didn't enjoy your time there. But don't worry because you don't have to calculate a specific amount. There is no specified percentage of the bill that should be offered as a tip. And most people would agree that €1 for 2 cups of coffee and €5 for a €25 bill at the restaurant are acceptable. When the amount you have to pay is too small, it is preferred to round things down, giving €2 when the bill says $1.65, for example. However, leaving 1 or 2 cents as a tip is worse than not leaving a tip at all. Also, you should keep in mind that tipping mostly applies in cafes, bars and restaurants and not in salons and other places that offer some type of service. You are also expected to tip when you order something and you have it delivered at your door. Taxi drivers are usually not tipped in Greece. Always dress appropriately for sightseeing. Most museums and archaeological sites around the world have some type of dress code or at least a few rules with what not to wear. Well, Greece is in Europe, so you shouldn't expect some very strict rules. However, when visiting archaeological sites, it is recommended to dress a little bit more conservative. Also, in some places, you should never wear heels. An example of that would be the Herodion Theatre of Athens. Only people who wear flat shoes are allowed inside, and that is to protect the marble auditorium. Also, in Greece, you can find a lot of historical monasteries, and when visiting one, you might be required to cover your legs. If you don't have a long skirt with you, don't worry, because the people in the monastery can provide you with one. Last but not least, avoid showering with the water heater on. So most houses and apartment buildings in Greece have two ways to heat the water. One that is powered by solar energy and one that is powered by electricity. Some old houses only have the second option that you usually use when there is no light outside. Actually, on the rare occasion that there is no sunlight. You should never let the electric water heater on in Greece for more than 15, 30, maximum 45 minutes. Not only does it cost a lot of money, but the more you let it on, the more chances you might start a fire. Also, you should never shower when the water heater is on, and that is because there's a chance you might get electrocuted. This is not always fatal, but who would like to risk it? Because we all know that electricity and water are not a good combination. The older the building is, the more careful you should be, because older buildings were not well insulated. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. If you want to find out more crazy facts about Greece, don't forget to subscribe and check another video that I have titled Do's and Don'ts in Athens, where I also mention the age-old question why Greek people don't throw the toilet paper in the toilet. Okay, that is all for today. Hopefully, I will see you in the next video. Addio, bye!